Attorneys, every consultant tells you the same thing. You have to build a personal brand. You have to get on camera. You have to use your phone. You have to get a ring light. You have to become the face of your firm. And a lot of attorneys quietly think it's vanity. So let's actually settle it. Is personal branding worth it for a growing law firm? I'll give you the honest answer from both sides because the truth is, it's more of a preference than a rule. And by the end, you'll know which side you're on. Quick context, my name is Hugo E. Gomez. I'm the founder of Abogados now. We've helped over 500 law firms nationwide with Hispanic marketing. And frankly, we've seen both ends of the spectrum. We've seen personal brands transform unknown attorneys to really well known entities in their markets. But we've also seen firms scale to serious revenues with a founder that's frankly in the background. Both are very real. And let me show you the case for each.
Before we continue, a quick note and the only break you'll hear in today's episode. Most attorneys know they should be reaching Hispanic clients, but very few do it well. That's where we come in. At Abogados Now, we build authentic Spanish language campaigns that actually get you more cases and grow your practice. So, if you're looking for a new way to get more clients, book a call with our team today at abogadosnow.com. Now, let's get back to the episode.
In consumer law, people don't hire, quote, a firm. They hire a person they trust, someone who's scared and hurt isn't shopping for a logo. They're looking for a human who feels safe and competent. So a face with a voice and a story, that sticks in the memory of a consumer. A firm name alone usually doesn't. That's the core argument, and the numbers behind it are very real. Here's the data. 74% of people research a lawyer online before they ever reach out. So what they find is doing the selling before you pick up the phone. And attorneys with strong personal brands report around 40% higher client retention and 60% more referral business than attorneys with no real personal branding. A brand built before the call means people call with some degree of trust. Same ad spend, better conversions, and generally more free referrals. And there's a financial logic to it. Paid ads stop the second you stop paying. However, a personal brand compounds. Every video and post stacks on the last and keeps working for years and years. A couple years in, a strong brand can quietly lower your cost per case, while your competitors are still paying full freight for every click. That's the bull case, and it's a really good one. Now, let me argue the other side just as hard, because this is where the honest conversation starts and where most marketers won't go. Plenty of law firms grow just fine without the founder ever becoming a public figure. If the thought of being on camera makes your skin crawl, you're not doomed. You have other options, and some of them are actually higher ROI. For most firms, the biggest sources of new cases aren't the founder's personal brand at all. 65% of firms say their website is their highest ROI channel, and most put serious budget into search because that's where people go the moment they have a problem. Social and personal brand, by most firms' own accounting, are rarely the primary source of new cases. They reinforce trust, but they rarely originate it. And think about the quiet giants in your own market. There are firms pulling in massive case volume and serious revenues almost entirely on referral relationships from past clients, other attorneys, doctors, adjusters, essentially anyone who knows the business by the name of the attorney. Those founders may have zero social media presence, and frankly, it doesn't matter because their reputation travels person to person. For them, a personal brand would be kind of a nice to have. However, it's not necessary. So here's the real answer, and it's not the one that most of these marketing gurus give you. The answer is it depends. It depends on your practice area, depends on your market, certainly depends on your goals, and honestly, your temperament. If you're energized by being on camera and you're in a crowded consumer market, a personal brand is one of the best bets you can make. However, if you'd rather pour that energy into your website, your referral network, your client experience, that's a completely legitimate path to the same destination. There's only one version of this that fails: being invisible everywhere. You don't have to be a massive personality. You don't have to dance on TikTok, but your firm does have to show up where people look. A website that ranks, a website that shows up in maps, reviews that reassure, a referral network that hums, or a founder who's somewhat visible. Pick the lanes that fit and go deep. What you can't do is be findable nowhere and hope word of mouth carries you forever. I promise you, it won't. So, should you build a personal brand? If it fits how you want to work, yes, and the payoff compounds for years. And if it doesn't, don't force it. Put that same effort into the channels that do fit for you, and you'll grow just as well, maybe even more. The goal was never to be famous. It was to be the firm people choose. And there's more than one way to get there. Figuring out which lanes actually fit for your firm, personal brand, search, referrals, SEO, client experience, or some mix, that's exactly how we help attorneys out. So book a call. Our information is in the call notes, and we'll build a growth plan that fits exactly how you actually want to practice.